Hello everyone, my name is Nellan and welcome to another Duet Night Abyss video. Well, today I want to talk about the pig, this one, Truffle and Filbert. And I wanted to talk specifically about her intron 2. So what this intron 2 does is pretty much when using a skill, applies an attack boost equivalent to 3% Truffle's max HP to her teammates for 10 seconds with a maximum boost of 300. Now, there's two ways to understand this one without testing. One, she just adds 300 attack on top of what attack you have already. So if you have, let's say, 1.3k attack, you're gonna have 1.6k attack. So just a little bit extra attack on top of that, which will be okay, but nothing crazy. Or the other variant, which is 300 base attack. A 300 base attack is so fucking much. No other buff in the game is coming even close to that if this is 300 flat base attack. And that is what we're gonna be testing today. So pretty much I will be pay-to-winning myself to intron 2 Truffle for the video. So we will test her first without any introns to see how much she's buffing. And then I will go swipe my credit card, get intron 2, and then we test again and see how the damage actually improved. And is she good or is she not that good with intron 2? So yeah, stick around and let's get right into it. So we're in the training room with Margie. So my Margie has nothing on pretty much. Level 60, no skills leveled, no wedges at all, one intron, and yeah, she's pretty much naked. And then we have Truffle. Truffle is no wedges. It's level 8 skill, which is around 75% damage boost. No introns. Just using melee weapon that doesn't do anything pretty much. So she doesn't like proc a heal or something. She's using this weapon. Just character attack. Nothing important. Now we will summon an enemy. Just this guy. And we will start testing the base damage of Margie first. So we're gonna do some attacks. By the way guys, if you enjoy watching testing like this and other stuff like deep diving into characters, min-maxing, making builds and all that stuff, I stream daily on Twitch. And that's mainly the content I like to do. If you enjoy that type of content, make sure to check out my Twitch. And I am also here to help anyone that has any questions. I'm down to answer any questions. So if you need some help with understanding anything related to Duet Night Abyss, for sure, check out my Twitch. To make testing easier, it will not be like accurate on the dot, but I'm just gonna pick 140. Okay, I'm picking 140, means damage. Uncrit, 140. Then we use the skill. 429, 124, 140, 140. I'll pick 140, okay? Then we summon Truffle. So, 239, 500, 281, 240, 238. Okay, and now my E. 759, 795, 780, 744, 800. Now the buff is down, I'm at 450. And now buff is up again, I'm at 800. Around 800, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna use Outsider to test his damage also. So he's gonna keep his wedges. He's gonna be like a geared character, so we can see if there's like a major difference in how much it boosts by how geared the character is. This is his stuff pretty much. Gonna just use a weapon without any wedges. Power Thirst, and we're gonna see how it does. Gonna spawn a higher level enemy, like 140, just so it doesn't insta-die. And first off we test the basic attacks. 277, 284, 263, 280. I would say 280 non-crit, okay. Then we test his fangs. 64,000, 60,000, 59, 59, 64 to 58, like around 64 was the peak, pretty much, so we're just gonna count the peak, 59 to 64k, around that, okay? So, let's summon the pig. Okay, let's see now. First of all, attacks. 620. 648. Okay, okay. Then, the ability. 91 to 95,000. That seems a bit awful, but bear with me, guys. 92, 95, 93, 89, 95. Around 95. 95, so from 65 to 95 pretty much. We just call it like that. Looks reasonable. So now it's time for me to swipe my credit card, so be right back. Okay guys, we back, and now we have intro 2 on the pig and also minus 120 bucks on my bank account. But guys, that's all for science. It's gonna be worth it, trust me. So you see she has 7.3k HP, but it's actually more because when you deploy her, she gains bonus HP on top of that. You see I have 9.2k, and then I'm also gonna use the HP sword on her, and I will be at 10k just to showcase it real quick, so we can be sure I'm hitting the 10k. If I put this on, I'm at 10,000, so the buff is gonna be capped out because you need 10,000 HP to get them 300 attack. So, and now we summoning her, and let's see how good this is. Now I'm really curious. Oh wait, that was the wrong one. Here. 1,000, 1,000, 1.1, 1.2 almost. 1.2, 1.2 on the skill, which is insane. I'm hitting 1.2 on the skill. Stop pushing it. Auto attacks. I'm trying to do auto attacks. Come on, do the skill. 345, 348. 350 pretty much. 350 on the basic attack. So, we got the Margie testing down, and now let's go to the outsider testing. And first off, we're gonna try the out attack. Okay, so 570, 580. Bro. 730, 750, 750. 750. Okay. 115. 115. What's the highest I saw? 112, 117, 116, so 118 and 750. So 750 on the basic attack, and Fang was 118,000. So now let's do some math and see how much was the damage difference. So what does the math say? On the Margie test, without anything, she was doing 440 damage on her E skill. With the basic truffle buff, she was dealing 800, which is an 80% damage boost. With truffle buff intro 2, the 800 went to 1200, which is a 50% gain on her E damage. This is without any wedges at all, without any extra stats anywhere, just the character itself plus truffle, which puts it at 130% damage gained by having an I2 truffle as your teammate. Now, this was tested on no gear at all. That's why I did the outsider test, to have a comparison with gear, and this is the numbers that we got. 64,000 for Fang without any buffs. Then we have Truffle basic buff without any introns, which was 95,000 per Fang, which is around 49% damage gain for the Fang, which already shows it is a lower damage boost than on Margie, which further proves that there is some type of diminishing returns like the more stats you're gonna, the more different stats you're gonna have, they're gonna be interacting together, most likely multiplicatively, which will reduce the amount of damage you will gain compared to a completely naked character. So now the actual intro 2 buff gave me Fangs dealing 118,000 damage, which is 25% more damage on Fang, which puts her total damage gain on my outsider to 74%, which is way lower than the buff gained on Margie by just being, you know, naked, but it is still a substantial big amount of buff, and it will be the difference between you either clearing the theater further or not, and definitely like just extremely strong. It is not. Okay, one second guys, me from the future here. Today a calculator was released for the game, and before I release this video without any actual detailed proof, I want to take the time right now to calculate real quick if this is base attack or flat attack that we gain from Intron 2, because that's a bit confusing. So if we, on my test, I gained 25% more damage from Intron 2 on my outsider. And now we're gonna test if this is actually base or flat attack. Okay, that's not it. Wrong tab. Okay, we got the website. So here, first off, you need to find out your flat attack. That means you strip your character of anything. Nothing should be adding any attack to it. Pick your displayed attack. Add the attack you gain from your passives, because you can't remove that. And then it gives you your calculated base attack. Then you input the base attack here. You choose your skill and whatever, and then you input your stats. Down here, all your stats. At the end, you will see the difference. So, build A is with Intron 2 Truffle, pretty much, with 300 flat attack added. And build A is without. And as you can see, build A gives me around 22% damage gain, which is very close to the 25 I gained, because there's a difference between 95 to 105% when you deal damage. It's always RNG, you're never gonna deal the same damage every single time. So this is really similar, which confirms that her I2 is flat attack. So after this testing, my thoughts about Truffle is the following. Truffle is extremely strong and a must-have in every single team right now. And she only can get stronger by getting her 3 intro. She gets 2 levels on Trotter's Trot, which is her damage buff right here. Just getting one more level on this already increases the buff by 7%. So you're getting 2 of them. And that's where it ends pretty much for support stuff. Intro level 4, 5, and 6 you can fully ignore. Just intro 3 here, and call it a day pretty much. So I definitely recommend, if you're doing bosses, your weekly bosses, hit trial level 60 and then farm here for free. Definitely gonna improve your damage and your team by quite a lot. You're gonna have a very easy and chill time overall, because she's also a fucking tank with the 10,000 HP she's running. So yeah, this is pretty much the small testing overview for her Intron 2. I hope this helps you out, and I hope it made you understand how broken she actually is. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.